Howdy y'all, Redneck Roadtrips here, and today we are in Perry County, Kentucky. More specifically, we're in the community of Buckhorn, and we're gonna stop by and just kind of check out the lake and the dam and see what's going on over here today. So hopefully you guys will follow along with me, and we'll have a good time. I'll tell you guys, I've been down here several times, and I don't think I've ever seen it this low. Which this is the off season, so I guess they've probably got the water kind of drained out or something. This is wild to me. Somebody down there fishing. There's some people that's got boats out in the water right now. It's crazy how low it is. Like normally, when the water's up where it should be, it comes to about right in here. It's like right in this area right here. So to be able to go down farther is it's crazy. I've come down in here and swam like right here before because the water was so deep. That big rock over there in the distance, like usually you just see the tip of it. But, you know, like I said, I guess they let the water out during the wet season like this so that it doesn't flood or, you know, put too much pressure on the dam or whatever. You know, I've kind of always wondered how far down this ramp went. Seems like it goes pretty far down. Alright, we're down here at the edge of the water. It's a pretty good little trip all the way back up. A lot of driftwood down in here right now. I'm sure they'll come and clean all this out before the actual season starts. And I'm assuming that the beach area will probably look about like this. Over where the lodge is and what they call the beach. We'll go check that out here in a minute. You can kind of see there's a picnic area up there. And that's usually not too far from the water. So, yeah, it's really, really, really low today. So I came up on this little trail here, and usually the water runs maybe a foot off of this trail is the water level, so you can kind of tell that where I'm at right now, those trucks will be underwater. There's a trail over here, but looks like the sign's seen better days. It's broken and laying down. We'll head on around the trail just a little bit. I wasn't really prepared to go on any hikes today. I just got off work. Got off a little bit early, so figured I'd find something to get into before I went home. Let's see. I'll have to come back in a couple of months when it's open and show you guys the difference. What this would normally look like, where the water level would normally be. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think I've ever done this trail. I walked out through here a little ways, but I've never went all the way through it. I've fished over here beside this big giant rock or boulder, whatever you want to call it. I live over here in the mountains of eastern Kentucky, and we call that a big rock. A lot of trash down in here. I'm sure they'll clean that up. I've actually sat right there on that bench and fished. And the water level usually from the seat would come to this rock right here. Maybe about right there. You can kind of see over there on that bigger rock where the water level normally would sit at. So yeah, it's pretty low. I do think this is as far as I've ever been, as far as the trail goes. It's probably about as far as I'm going to go today too. And like I said, we may come back in a couple of months and do it over. Do the whole trail. You can kind of see somebody's out there fishing. They got somebody on a boat. It's hard to tell, but it looks like maybe somebody out there just sitting down fishing on the, in the dirt. Looks like the trail continues on up that way, but we're not going to go on through there today. So let's go back and go to the top of the dam and see what it looks like from there. Looks like they've got a couple places to sit here and kind of admire the view, and it's actually up. Still though, I mean, that's a good looking view. It would be better if it was full of water. You know, you could see a bunch of boats and stuff out there, which there is one boat out there we can see, but it looks like they've got some signs here talking about wearing your life jacket. Just some safety things. Let's see what's on the other side. Looks like more life jacket stuff, some fishing regulations, lakes and rivers in Kentucky, a map of Buckhorn Lake, and some of the fish that's in here. It's kind of neat. And they've got another side. More of the same, really. Life jacket stuff. Look at this. This is kind of neat. I guess this is a picture of all the fish that could be in the lake. Native to Kentucky, anyway. And we're back here at the start. That is a good view. So, I'm down here at what we call the beach area, and I thought the dam area was low, but no, this area here is way lower, and I'll show you right now. So basically, this whole area is usually filled in to about halfway over in there, like right in there. That's what they call like the beach area, the sand. That's where you lay out. And this is for swimming, and you can't go past those white, I don't know what those are. Whatever that is, they've got a rope that's out there, and you know, that's as far out as you can swim during the summer. And the rest of it's lake. As you can tell, she's dry. There is very little down in there. It's pretty wild to me. I'll take you here in just a second and show you the other side, the little marina area. And I'm sure they probably let this water out like this every year. I don't come down here enough to know. But yeah, that's just mind-blowing to see it that low. I've never seen it that low. We're down here in the lake area, and what would be the swimming area if it were about 2 months from now. It's crazy because, you know, normally the water, if I was out here, would be over my head right now. Some kind of drain pipe down there. Don't know what that is. Yeah, it's weird to imagine that, you know, in maybe 2 months' time, the be people out here swimming and having picnics and everything. And right now it's just dry. It's like something from a movie, some kind of desert planet or something. It's really weird. There's a big old trench that goes through there. If we don't fall trying to get over it. It's weird how these gravel are here like this. But anyway, I don't want to go that way. I get sand all over me. So we'll just continue through here. There's a lot of trash out here, which, you know, I mean, that might be another reason why they drain it. So they can come out and clean up all the trash before the season starts. So there's goggles. I don't know if there's any rule against walking out there. That'd be kind of neat, but we won't do it today just because I don't know if we're allowed to, and I don't need a visit with a park ranger today. I'm just kind of passing through. So we'll move on over here and take a look at the marina. So here's another view of the lake from the side over here, between the beach area and the marina. And now we'll walk over toward the marina, and as you can see, that little I don't know, that's some kind of little shop or something for the marina. It usually floats, but since it's dried up, obviously it's not floating right now. And you can see the boat ramp where people come and bring their boats. Down there's where they would normally park them, but you know, they got her drained, so ain't nobody parking down there today. Now there are a few boats that's parked up here in the parking lot in the back end, and you know, we'll walk down through there and kind of check those out in just a second. But first, let's walk over here and get a closer look at the marina. You can see the sign there. It says no swimming or wading. Obviously, couldn't do that today, no way, even if you wanted to. Alright, so let's walk on down here to the edge. I've been down here several times, but I've never been into that little area there. I didn't know exactly what it was. I've never really looked into it. I assume it's for people with boats, and I don't have a boat, so no need for me to worry about it. Yep, and as you can see, the marina is almost completely dry. As we get closer now, you can see where this used to be attached, but where I guess where it's went down so far, it's, you know, come undone or whatever. And over here you can kind of see that was floating. It'd be a little bit closer. Looks like this place needs a little bit of work though. These bars are damaged, which now we've had flooding in this area in recent years, so you know, it could be because of that. Let's see. You know, and usually the water, I'm gonna say usually it could be like right in here, right about where we're at right now, so there's still quite a bit of ramp to go. This looks like somebody's been down here. Looks like they may have got stuck. Yeah, somebody's been down in here playing around, I bet. Probably in a four-wheel drive. Thought that they could drive around down in here. Got down in here and started sinking up. Realized, nope, can't drive down here. It's still too wet. You know, this isn't really all that attractive down here when it's not green and the water's not glistening. But even still yet, it's one of those odd things that, you know, it's kind of beautiful in its own way. But it is odd to be down here, just taking in the sights and the sounds. Kind of hard to see through the trees from here, but up there's the lodge. I probably won't be going up there today. There doesn't seem to be very many people here, and I don't really want to go up there and disturb whatever might be going on. I can see some people on the balcony up there, so we'll leave them be and move on. So, looks like we've got 5 boats sitting up here, and you can kind of see part of the lodge up there between those two. I think this one up here is kind of funny. Looks like the name of it is Quick Decision. I'm wondering if that's because they made a quick decision to buy it. I don't know, but it's kind of funny, at least to me anyway. Now up that way there is the lodge. There's a couple of cabins and 2, you know, kind of small trails up that way, but like I said earlier, we're not going to go up there today. There's not really a lot going on here, and I don't want to make a scene up in here filming right now, so, you know, maybe when it gets a little busier we may come back and go up there and check everything out. So I was driving by and I saw this and I thought it was kind of neat. So I figured I'd stop and we'd check it out. Looks like a mini golf course. Looks like they got some kind of little critters down there. So let's go down and see what all they got. So this is the 18th hole here, and it looks like this little feller has seen better days. Which I don't know how old this stuff is here, but still, it's cute, and it's cool that they've got it here. I don't know, I guess you would go up to the lodge or something and maybe pay to play up there, and maybe they'll give you some balls and some clubs. Of course, I guess if you had your own stuff, you could just come down here whenever and do it. And I don't know, maybe you don't have to pay, you know, you might have to rent equipment. That would make sense, but I'm not real sure. Now here's another little critter. That one up there was a squirrel. I'm guessing this one's a groundhog or something. It's kind of what it looks like, or not a groundhog, a ground squirrel. Chipmunk, I guess what you'd call it. We call them ground squirrels. At least that's what I call them. Let's see, it's a pretty good little course. I mean, like I said, there's 18 holes, so some of these are pretty interesting. I'd definitely like to come down here and give it a try one day. That might be kind of fun. Looks like we've got a skunk over here. Oh, stinky boy. Yep. Yeah, little skunk. And looks like there's a frog. Looks like he's doing some kind of yoga pose. Pretty neat. And I think, yeah, we got one more. I Can't tell what it is from here. It kind of looks like another chipmunk, but maybe not. We'll see in just a second. It's a good thing nobody's up here golfing today, because I'm just cutting through every one of these little areas. Yeah, he kind of looks about like the other one. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty neat. I knew they had, putt-putt golf up here, but I've never really come over here and looked at it, so it's a lot bigger than what I thought it would have been. You think, in a place like this, I mean, I know they probably get their fair share of visitors every year, but I don't think it's that much. Not like other places. So when you're in places like this where there's not a lot of people that come here every year, you don't expect much. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I didn't expect this. Anything, I guess I should say. But this is pretty good size, and I mean, they got some pretty neat little holes to play on, so. Yeah, I would come down here. I'd definitely come down here and play it. And it's, it's beautiful down here where it's at. It's right in the woods. It overlooks the lake. Now, obviously the lake is dry right now. But over there's the marina. That little business shop thing, whatever it is for the marina, it's over there. Looks like there's some kind of memorial here. Don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm walking through these leaves right now. Let's see. In memory of the generations of Bowlingtown families buried in the cemeteries once located on this hillside. Bowlingtown Heritage Association. So if you didn't know, which I didn't say this in the video, but this area used to be called Bowlingtown. I'm assuming it was like a settlement or something that was down here, and then they decided they wanted to put in this dam and make a lake down here. So that's what they did. They dammed up the river and turned this whole area down here into this massive lake to, I guess, to try to bring in tourism. I really don't know. But yeah, maybe it was, like I said, to get tourism into the area, which, I mean, I know there's people who come down here, they go fishing at the marina and at the boat ramp that we went to earlier. And then people come down here to the lodge and what they call the beach area and swim every year. So it does bring people in, but it's not really like a lot of people. If you're from Perry County or you've ever been through this area, then you know that we have Buckhorn down here on this side, and then we have Car Creek Lake, something like that. I don't know if it's Car Creek or Car Fork, but it's on the other side of Perry County. And to me, I don't know, it just seems like that's more of a visited area than over here, which I know that's a little bit closer to Hazard, which is Perry County's big city. So yeah, and the thing is too, this place don't get a lot of love, and the reason for that, I think, is the roads to get down here. They're not great. Sorry, I'm kind of breathing a little heavy. I just walked uphill. But yeah, the roads down here, they're not great. There's a lot of big hills, curvy roads. Be fantastic if you was on a bike or some kind of sports car. The road that I took to get down here is actually called Tail of the Water Dragon or something like that. Water Dragon. And I guess it's called that because of the tail of the dragon in North Carolina. It's real curvy like that, but it runs down by the river, so it's called the Water Dragon. Okay, so like I was saying, This area is not really that easy to get to compared to Car Creek, so a lot of people go there. It's right off the main road. It's a big, wide 2-lane highway, which this is 2-lane too to get over here, but there's no shoulders. And like I said, a lot of curves. The roads are kind of broken in certain spots, and it's just not easy to get up here, but not impossible either. So it's kind of remote, which is also what makes it kind of more peaceful. There's not a lot of stuff going on out here, so it's always a good thing. So I stopped off here at the sign at the front of the park. It says welcome to Bowling Town, home of Buckhorn State Resort Park. Thought this was kind of neat. It's got that little picture there on the side, and like I said earlier, I think this was like a little community down here before they dammed up the river and turned it into a lake. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I could just be making that up, but they do call it Bowling Town down here, or at least I guess that's what the locals call it anyway. Alrighty folks, I think that's going to do it today from here in Buckhorn, or Bowling Town if you will. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this little video. I know it's not very long. I just wanted to do something after work. I figured stop in here and record a little bit, but until next time, y'all be good, and I'll see you around.